Hi everybody. So we're continuing to work on the lower front skins. Technically this is marked as Firewall, and it is. In this video hopefully we'll get some pieces out and show the fire shrouding. So basically, you see the Firewall to the right and those side pieces, right? So that's basically going to form a separation between the two pilots, right? Kind of a footwell. Center console if you want to. Not a very exciting one, but we're going to change all that. But underneath that, there's a reason it's there. It's not just there because, you know, because we don't want to make this a bench seat plane, you know. So there's a thing. So underneath it will be some stainless steel that's anchored in, and it's angled down, and that's where the exhaust comes out. So, you know, the firewall's right there. The exhaust has to be somewhere. You know, on our Cessnas and Pipers, it's generally out the front, and just kind of angled to the back. No. You don't get to 200 miles an hour just having pipes hanging out. I mean, I do. But the plane won't. So the plane's going to be nice and it's going to be tucked back. And there you can see, so there's the pieces. This is how it's all going to be set up, right? So there's the front floors, as you can see, and you can see the three stainless steel pieces clecoed together in the middle. That attaches to the firewall, that also attaches to the front, and the exhaust will be sticking out of that. So you want some heat shroud, right? And that's what that is. You know, stainless steel, very good with heat. So there's going to be some clips we're going to put on the inside, and that's just your standard, you know, deburr, match drill, dimple, rivet, cleco rivet, prime piece. So there's there's gonna be two stiffeners and then two hooks, and then the hooks are gonna have wire or something, and that's gonna hold the exhaust in place. Great, that's near the end. That's near the close end to the camera. On the far end where I am, what else are we putting on this thing? Oh yeah. So on the very top ramp, there's Matthew. We're going to have the fuel pump. So this is also, so that center section that you see talking about the firewall, it contains a few things. One, right, so it's got the exhaust shroud, working on now, which I've kind of put in, so that's more or less exactly where it's going to be in real life. So you can get some scale for it. It's also going to have the fuel selector is going to be there. The first fuel filter and fuel pump is going to be there. And we're going to run some electric lines and a few other things through, so I mean, it's not going to be an unbusy place. For some reason in this video we lost sound right here for about the next 15 seconds, so don't know why. So continuing to work on these pieces, I actually stop at this point because we're finally doing a major modification to the plane, and it has to do with the plane's fuel system. Well, at least at this point, it's only just the fuel system, and I'll explain more of that later. But what I'm kind of working on now, and this is a little hidden bonus here, is the door handles. Or door handle. So you might be thinking, what are you talking about, door handle? Okay, not really door handle. I mean, it's what it is, but it's actually the the handle that goes inside of the fuselage, and you use it from the outside to help open the canopy. Right? So the top canopy, which you haven't seen yet, and I haven't even ordered yet, is a tilt up. Right? So it tilts up in the front, and there's some pins that latch it into place. But there's also, you know, on the inside, there's actually a latch in the middle that you put your hand in and you can twist it and, you know, you lock it in place. That's the main lock. Well, you can't really do that from the outside. So there's a handle that is on the outside that you can use to help at least shut the top down, you know, enough so that it's, you know, it's safe. Plus, it, you know, allows you to possibly even put a lock. So that's what I'm working on here. Van sells one. I mean, it comes with the kit, and it's nice and it works. But there's a company called, oh geez, I don't know it off the top of my head, but there's a link in the upper right now. That's the company that makes these. That's actually a link to the part itself. I apologize for not remembering your name. JD Air Parts, that's it. JD Air Parts. Or JD Parts. Anyway, I'm going to put the link in. It's really nice. It's milled aluminum that's been anodized red. It's very pretty. And you can download the plans from the site. All it takes to install this is you need some angle aluminum, 3/4 inch angle aluminum. And what they recommend, oh, and here it is. So you push the small piece there. It's hard to tell what exactly is happening because it's not on a full test piece of aluminum. Those are the two angle pieces. Yeah, I don't know why I wanted to show this off, because it's impossible to see what's actually happening because it's just mounted. But basically, it's a two-piece latch that, see, there's what it'll look like on the outside, and there it latches closed, which you'll see more of later. Anyway, thank you for joining me, and I'll see you soon.